Hello everyone, welcome to Knowledge of Chess Academy. Today on practice match only chess, my rating 1259 and opponent rating 1314. Now analysis this match. Who was win this match? Opponent moves to d4 and him d5. Opponent knight f3, me knight f6. Opponent c4, me dx c4. Opponent e4, me e6. Opponent bishop x c4, me bishop b4. Opponent bishop d2, me x d2. Opponent knight takes d2, me takes knight takes d2. Opponent castling, me knight takes f3. Opponent knight takes f3, me queen f6. Opponent b5, bishop b5, me c6. Opponent bishop c4, me queen x b2. Opponent queen d6, me knight f6. Opponent rook a d1, me bishop d7. Opponent knight e5, me bishop d8. Opponent queen c7, me queen b6. Opponent rook takes d7, me knight takes d7. Opponent queen takes b6, me knight takes b6. Opponent bishop b3, me short castling. Opponent knight f3, me c5. Opponent e5, me c4. Opponent bishop c2, me rook d5. Opponent bishop e4, me rook d7. Opponent h4, me knight a4. Opponent rook c1, me c3. Opponent bishop c2, me b5. Opponent takes a4, me bx a4. Opponent x c3, me rook d1. Opponent takes c3, queen h2, me rook a1. Opponent a3, me rook a2. Opponent king c3, me h6. Opponent h5, me rook d8. Opponent queen f4, king f4, me g5. Opponent takes g6, me f takes g6. Opponent king g3, me hd1. Me rook hd1. Opponent rook c8, me king f7, opponent c7, rook c7, sorry, me queen e8, opponent takes a7, me rook takes a3, opponent takes a6, rook a6, sorry, opponent rook a6, me rook a2 square, opponent rook takes e6 square, me king back f7, opponent rook a6, me rook f1, opponent e6, me king e7, opponent knight h4, me rook a3 square plus opponent king g4, me rook takes f2 square, knight takes g6, me king goes to f6 square to attack knight, opponent e7, me knight back f7, sorry, king back f7 square, opponent rook a7, me rook takes g2 plus through check, king f4 square, king, sorry, rook takes f6. Next, opponent queen f5, me f6 plus, check, king g4, me h5 plus, king takes g5, me rook h3, king g4,
हाँ लकी वो ढाल
me h8, queen next move, queen takes e8, and opponent big mistake is not capture, not give to check, and also takes off my pawn, free pawn. Next move, me rook g8, check, opponent king f5, me goes to back f5, f1, rook f1, me, opponent rook e4, check, me king f7, opponent h4, rook h4, me king f6, opponent h4, rook a4 square. Me h1 to check. Opponent goes to back h4 square. Rook h4 square to protect our king. Me h8 plus with check. King goes to g4 square. Me takes rook with check. King back to f3 square. Goes to f3 square. Me h8 rook h8. Opponent king e4. Me e1 rook e1 to check. Opponent goes to back. Now king d3 square. Me to check. Rook d8 plus with check. King goes to back. c2. Me rook e7 square. Opponent c3 to come a square. Me rook c7 plus with check. Opponent king goes to b4 square. b4 square with and protect him of our opponent, but I also give our next check to hb8 plus square. Rook, both rook combination, and next move king e5 square to protect my opponent king, and I also give to another check and checkmate fa7 square. A checkmate. Our opponent is the most valuable rating, but he was not better play in this match and easily lost this match. Okay, we'll now welcome our first time visit my YouTube channel. Do subscribe and like my YouTube channel and compress the bell icon button all those videos, and you will also follow on WhatsApp channel and Instagram to give our daily puzzles and solve and improve our game. Okay, and I also meet our next video and go to take care. Goodbye.